Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the live stream where we first review the watch list and then we trade the market open every day. Hope everyone had a good Thursday. I was super tired, but I feel much better today. Today is Friday, the last trading day of the week. It is the 21st of February. It's 9:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which means we got another 15 minutes before the market opens at 9:30. We'll wrap up this live stream around 60 minutes after the opening bell like usual. So the whole stream shouldn't be more than 75, 90 minutes. Check out the video description below for some FAQs. Let's get to it. Right now I'm watching BXRX. I was actually kind of thinking that I might want to buy this pre-market, but I haven't really fully decided. I think if we break 950 and I don't know, it's hard to say. I want to say 950, but if we definitely break this support area, I would probably look for a potential buy on this one pre-market. Lead capper, big catalyst, tiny float. I like it a lot. Let me talk about it a little bit actually. Thanks, OMX. That's cool. Yeah, I was pretty happy about that. Not all exits are that nice. That was definitely pretty lucky. I did just feel that the risk reward for that trade was no longer there. Also, the biggest daily volume was on a red candle. I don't know. I felt like taking profits. I really felt like I was taking them too soon, but I don't know. I think I would have regretted it more if I held on to it. Yeah. What to buy today? That's a good question. So we got BXRX, the top one on the watch list, and this is our lead gapper. So let's quickly check it out a little bit. And after we talk about this one, I'll check the scanner because I think a few other things popped up on it. I ran it this morning. We had like 8 things at 8:30 on the scanner, which is not a lot, but we had some really good quality picks on it. So I got pretty excited. At first I was like, oh man, and then I was like, yeah. So BXRX, it's a US biotech company. You can see here a decent dollar volume from yesterday, not too much, but it kind of started picking up a little bit there in the evening. And then 75 million market cap, a little bit on the higher end for what we're looking for. But then here's the nice part. Shares outstanding 9.4 million, and then the float is 8.57 million. So under that 10 million mark that we're looking for. So really, really nice there. It's also a recent IPO. IPO'd end of last year. So right now we're at all-time highs, which is kind of cool because if you guys remember the last few stocks we've been trading, there's clear resistance above, sometimes the 180 days right in the gapping zone. And it's a little annoying to have some clear resistance like that. So right now, this is looking really, really good because we're well above 9.6. Well, not well above anymore. We're actually almost exactly at 9.6 right now. But we went all the way up to 11.67. So really, really nice move. Let me actually just kind of identify this area, 1.5. Okay. So yeah, this thing could really, really run nicely today. There is no former ceiling on it, so you don't know how far it's going to go. You don't always get a stock like this, so it's quite exciting. Also, yesterday at 4:05 p.m. they came out with the news, announces FDA approval for the management of moderate to severe pain, a new drug, Aniesto. One thing to consider though, that I'm a little curious about this fact alone, is the fact that, the news came out yesterday at 4:05 p.m. The stock only ran about 43% at the max, which isn't that big of a move, although the float is tiny. So I'm not entirely sure if there's something to consider there. I mean, I was going through their financials and I didn't really. Okay, so I found some warrants, and this put me a little bit on edge. But the warrants were all for around. Let me see if I can find them again. At like 850 or something like that. They were 826 per share. Just move it over. So I was thinking, if we held this area and there was warrants out about it, it should actually be potentially good news because it didn't crash the stock. So I don't see the warrants, executing now if they could have been executing in the last 2 months. So remember the warrants with a decreased exercise value of 8.26 a share. So I don't know, something to consider for that as well. We'll see. We'll see how it plays tonight. Today, I'm going to definitely be watching DXRX out of the gates. I think the fact that it didn't gap up that much could also be a good thing because it has much more room to run. It did pull back kind of aggressively, but that's fine. It didn't, it wasn't that bad. Kind of retest the breakout area. 15% pullback, not too shabby. Anyone else getting some feed issues? Ooh, I hope the internet's fine. We had some small issues yesterday, but then overall it was okay. So hopefully then the Wi-Fi will kind of balance itself today. Let's see what happens. What's up, Peter? That's kind of annoying. I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. Drop frames. Yeah, I keep getting notification that there's dropped frames. Let's just hope that maybe it clears up a little bit. But yeah, it looks like YouTube's telling me I have excellent connection. It's jumping and skipping around quite a bit. Yeah, it's annoying. 1 second. I'm going to go ahead, restart the broadcast, and ran. So this rally was 80%. Huge gap up. 6.6 million market cap, 4.3 million shares outstanding. This is a Diversified Electronics USA company. The other one was a US biotech. Float 2.26 million. So really nice float there. Also has news. They were awarded a 1.4 million purchase order for defense and aerospace. So that's a big order for a company that's only 5.07 million market cap. Well, I guess you can say they're 6.6 million market cap as of yesterday extended hours. So this is the other one I'm looking at. It had a quite aggressive pullback, testing VWAP right now. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to watch this one out of the gates, but if we kind of hold our highs here around 2, especially at like 945, 950, 955, I might get aggressive, enter an entry here, and then wait for maybe a pop back to the upside. So that's kind of a general idea of a game plan there for this one. I'm going to go ahead and put an alert here, see if we dip close to 2. And let's check the scanner again. Some stocks fell off of it. I think we have most of the stocks on here. So let's just run through the whole thing. We got BBI from yesterday, kind of holding the highs a little bit around 3, but not really too interesting. LL, big rally yesterday. This rally it was not pre-market, so we missed it on our gap scanner. I don't know if we'll be trading it today. Maybe I'll put alert here, see if it pulls up over 10.6. Yeah, Isaac, you're so right. It's funny you say that because the first thing today when I saw GMPX on the scanner, I was just like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. It's a zombie stock. I'm sure some people are loving it and some people are absolutely dominating. I have just been having a really hard time trading GMPX. CRC, I don't know, big gap up, but not really doing much, not a lot of volume. I don't know, wasn't too interested in that. 8 area, big resistance, could probably pop up to 10. We might watch it, I got to highlight it. BXRX, we've just talked about it. VIVE, former runner, but kind of dying. Probably won't trade it. AEY, third big green day. We definitely missed a lot of this move. I don't know. No new catalyst, I think, for today. Their CFO is leaving for a different company. Yeah, I don't know. Probably won't be trading this one today. PHUN. Wow, what an absolute ripper yesterday, huh? Yesterday evening, this thing took off. We don't trade after 11 usually, so I did not see this one. Kind of holding its highs here. maybe I'll just kind of mark it. Let's see if it breaks back above maybe 1.4. Above. BBI, what's up? What's up, Luke? Happy to have you here. You know, this one was such a tough one to trade yesterday. In the recap video, I talked about 3 potential entries we could have done on it. One was pre-market, and then the other one was on the 5-minute pullback. I don't know. I probably won't be trading it today. It doesn't have too much news, but it could be bouncing off this $3 area. Could have a retest of 4. I wouldn't be surprised. But, you know, so far, pre-market's just not really doing anything. Let's just quickly go through a few more. Market's about to open. AVDL, we still got a bit of time. AVDL is kind of ripping here, huh? Right above 8. Let's check out their long-term chart. Yeah, this thing's nicely above 8. Could probably pull all the way up to this former resistance area here at 12. Interesting play. Not too much volume though. I probably won't be trading it. INPX back on the scanner. This morning, INPX was up super much, but then it was already pulling back a lot. And I was already thinking, you know, INPX, we'll probably just not trade this one. Probably too many back holders. I don't know. XXTC, not really doing anything. BNGO, not interested. KIRK, a little bit of movement here. CLDX, kind of choppy, not sure, not a lot of volume. BXRX is our lead gapper, Isay. Look at AVDL. Yeah, we already talked about this one. Yeah, I'll pull AVDL just up one more time. LPTH look kind of interesting. A lot of these gappers are pulling back really aggressively. You want to watch out for those pulling back. CLDC having some issues loading. I'll just pull up AVDL very quickly one more time. Yeah, looking good. I think this could be a really good play. Just a little bit light on the volume. So let's see how much it could run. I'm gonna go ahead, kind of mark this area, see if we break. Actually, I'm not gonna mark it. I'm just gonna keep an eye on it. I want to be trading BXRX out of the gates. Had some nice moves in the past. Biggest run was from kind of 5 to 8. It's pretty good. It's over a 50% rally. Good morning, Shane. We got another 25 seconds to the market open. Hope you guys are all comfortable. BXRC. Let's see if it finds some support. Something tells me it might have a little bit of selling pressure with the opening bell. If we want to trade this one, I'm going to be doing about $1,000 position sizes today, maybe a little bit more. So maybe about 100 shares. Depending. All right, guys, good luck. Market's opening. Pulling up here. Found some support, pull back. Just kind of keep watching it. Nice little rip though, big volume. Again, I'm going to probably wait for this thing to pull back. I'm not sure if it's going to happen, but feel a little bit more comfortable with a potential pullback first. BXRX is definitely the lead gapper. Markets are all red, guys. Watch out. $17 million volume already. That's a lot of volume. DPW looks pretty good as well. 43% already. $9.5 has some big support on it. 9.6 still pulling back. Support is really holding well though. This 9.5 area could have a nice bounce off of it any moment. Usually though, when something opens red like this, it puts in a low first. I don't know. Maybe we're not going to see it, but kind of looking for a potential low just to kind of pop in first. Doesn't look like 9.5 wants to break. GMPX looks good. You would try to put GMPX on my radar. Right now, BXRX, I'm looking for a potential red to green move. That's what I'm focusing on with BXRX. 9.5 being chipped away. Just going to put an order kind of ready here in case I want to enter really soon here. Looking for a potential reversal. That dip was very weak. $27, big support coming in there. Looking for an entry around 21. Might have a little red to green move. We did not get a full execution on this one. I was a little bit too conservative on that dip. Nice little 2% bounce here, but I have a very small entry on it. Red to green move looking pretty solid. Maybe we'll get one more pullback here. I'll look to enter the rest of my position. If we were fully long in that first one, I would have closed out that position because the bounce is weak. Markets are still red. Markets are dipping. Want to be a little bit more cautious. Let's see if 9 holds. If we break 9, I would be entering right away. Otherwise, I want to see 9 hold first. It's kind of a different play than we'll usually have. Yep, a lot of chop out here. Kind of disregard that first entry just because I'm playing this a little bit differently because it was a very small entry, only about 1/4 of a position size. DPW is kind of holding the 2.1 area. Still watching that one out of the corner of my eye. 6 minutes now into the market open. BXRX is pulling up a little bit. Don't really think this dip is over. Just going to keep watching it, see what we can get out of it. That second bounce probably would have been the ticket, but again, I was waiting for a potential dip past 9, See if sellers were still strong at the 890, 880. And if they weren't, big reversal potential. That's what I was looking for. TWMC. Big runner. Really, really nice one. I like this 1 minute pullback it had. Ran up 40%. Really solid. I got an alert on this one actually. This one might open up stronger. Many big former runners. Let's see. Shares halted. Up 84.3%. Dude, pause. Shares up after closing unit sale. Okay, so they sold one of their, some segment of their business. Up on news. Former runner. This thing liked spiking too. Found a bottom at 1.6. I like it. I like it. Big resistance right here at 8. Got an alert there already. Shorts got squeezed. Yeah, I think you're right. BXRX could be seeing a little red to green move. A little unfortunate how this one kind of turned out. I was a little too conservative on the first dip, but I would have got out, so it was kind of a good thing. A lot of selling volume. Might close the rest of my position. DPW below. Check the scanner here. BXRX is the lead gapper. CRC is also kind of interesting. ABDL. There's TWMC, biggest percentage gainer. I think BXRC has huge potential for going for a red to green move since it had that pretty big sell-off pre-market. I think this one's going to be moving a little bit slower today. Let's see what happens here. You want to watch out with these. You don't want to just get stuck in a stock that just sells off all day. But this one should have some potential based on the news. Ooh, you guys really squeezed in the likes today, huh? I appreciate that, guys. We kind of had a faulty entry with BXRX, so it's a little bit of weird of a trade. I'm looking for a potential second trade. I'm not really thinking about my first trade. I'm just kind of leaving those shares in right now because it's a tiny position, and then I'll enter with a full position if we see another setup. If we don't, I'll probably get out of this position right away. Whenever it starts looking a little unattractive. Let's see if we can break higher here. I really want to see a move on BXRX that puts it on the green, so past 10. That's what I'm looking for. DPW, this might be my pick for in the next 10 minutes to possibly get into an entry on this one. Let's see how it moves. AVD, quite the open, huh? Big open, 6% pop, pulled back quickly, another pop to the upside. Whew, what a move. AVDL could have been the one to watch actually this morning. It's always a hard pick. BXRX is just a little bit slower, but it's definitely leading with the dollar volume. Percentage-wise, not really that interesting, unfortunately. Big sell volume so far. Don't want to get attached to this stock for no reason. So let's see. I want to see it do something interesting soon here. Otherwise, we're just going to have to close this position. Shorts got squeezed. Shorts got squeezed. A little bit of selling pressure coming in here now. TWMC should be opening up really soon. So it was halted on 37. Okay, I thought it would have been open by now, but I guess it might be a 10-minute halt. So 47, 46, let's go on over there. BXRX looks like it's having a little bit of a hard time, but just going to keep watching it a little bit longer. I think there's a lot of traders watching this one and could have potential if it rips higher here. Don't really want to get stuck in something that just continues to sell off though. That's my kind of biggest worry at the moment. Nice. Thanks for letting us know. 9:46:20. So I'm going to switch over to it at 9:40. A little bit before. A little beforehand. DPW holding that area. I like it a lot. Could be a good pick soon. BXRX is actually kind of holding this area quite well. Volume falling, a little bit of divergence. We got to see a breakout soon, either to the upside or downside, but it's not going to hold this area much longer. Definitely a lot of buying. A lot of people inching their way up. Trying to crack 950. Big orders just came through. If we wanted to trade TWMC, we'd probably be looking for, I don't know, 180 shares or something like that. BXRX is pulling. Trying to break higher, we might have it here. No, but big green volume, that's a good sign. Nope, was not able to do it. At least not yet. Might be getting out of this position then. Maybe it deserves one more chance. I don't know. What's it trying to do right now? Probably will be a small loss on this one. Opening higher, TWMC. 8% move. Just gonna get an order ready here just in case. I'm sorry about the lag, guys. I'm not really sure why it's so laggy. Apologize for that. We had a nice pullback right to 73. Now we're breaking up higher again. 10% move so far. Woo, big resistance here. Just broke our alert. A lot of failed gaps though. Breaking above 8. %16 move. That really nice. BXRX is kind of breaking to the upside as well. DPW holding that $2 area quite well as well. And it was just halted again. No, it wasn't. I think that's my internet that was halted. Sorry guys, having some internet issues today. It's the biggest problem with day trading for sure. 5-minute doji candle. Anyone in TWMC? This is quite the ripper. Eight areas, big resistance, but we were able to break it for a little bit. Biggest volume was that buying candle, that big green candle that 2 candles ago. Trying to break higher now. I might just close my BXRX trade so I don't have to think about it anymore. It's kind of just always hovering there for no reason. 7.7. Looks like it's about to break 8. I don't know if I can get into something like TWMC right now, to be totally honest. I think this one would be geeking me out a little bit too much. Something tells me it might get halted again if it just keeps breaking in one of these directions. This could be a good 5-minute breakout though, kind of having a nice little pullback here. If it holds its highs, this could be a really nice break higher. BXRX is totally struggling. I don't think it's going to go back on the radar for a lot of people until it breaks above 9.5. TWMC looks like it wants to crack higher right here. 7.75. $7.9. Watching this breakout is just quite entertaining. 8. Trying to break 8 so bad right now. I feel like it's a little weak. It's tried to break it. I kind of feel like several times. It's got to do it soon here. It's got to do it real soon. BXRX is just kind of slowly pulling back. Such a fast mover, super fast. Still watching BXRX out of the corner of my eye. Kind of annoying to be in this trade at all, to be honest. It is kind of building up some momentum though, and holding the highs really, really well. By now, I would have expected it to kind of sell off a little bit more, and it hasn't. So really, really good sign. This could be just a late bloomer. CRC 7.4, DPW. Really rough long-term chart though. Former reverse split. $2 is the big support level we've been waiting for. 2.45, probably some more resistance. DPW was a big earnings winner, not earnings winner, contract winner. So this thing could really still rally. I feel the same way about BXRX. I think one of them, as they start kind of forming somewhat of a bottom here, could be quite interesting. Let's see if DPW can hold this 2 area. Big buyers just came in. So if R2 is holding, maybe we're going to get another dip here. (9:56 a.m. guys. It's almost 10 o'clock. Any stock that's kind of holding their highs as well, but hasn't really broke higher yet, has a really good chance that it might turn around, be a really good runner. So that's what I'm looking for right now. I'm not totally decided if that's going to be BXRX, if it's going to be DPW. TWMC just broke back above 8, looking really strong. Nice bull flag breakout for sure. This was a, what kind of move was that? 13% move, really solid. I hope some of you guys are in this one. It was really good to watch. We had a 5-minute pullback, hammer candle. I don't like the fact that this thing has had a lot of issues gapping up in the past. Also, 10 o'clock is not typically when I want to be buying breakouts. It's kind of those two things put me a little bit on edge with TWMC. Good call, boy claws, because I was not watching this one at all. But in the morning right here on that first 1-minute pullback and then breaking higher from that area, this would have been the ticket. It's unfortunate that we missed that move. It was not really on our gap scanner because it wasn't gapping up much. I think it was just under the 4%. I don't know. I'll have to see why. DPW holding the highs pretty well, or holding the lows, I should say. I'm gonna go put an alert here, see if we break even lower. But right now it looks good. Kind of a slow day for us so far. NASDAQ is down 1%. So markets are pulling back a little bit, but 5% move so far in DPW. BXRX still kind of holding this area. Could start seeing this thing break higher here. If we break the 22, 23, 24 area, I might go long again BXRX with a full position size. Really like the fact that it held this area pretty well. Instantly back up to 25. DPW holding the 2. Oh, TMC halted downwards. I knew I felt something uncomfortable about that stock. Still up over 100% though on the day. BXRX is really struggling, but it is holding this kind of big support area that was a former breakout area. So it makes me somewhat bullish about it that this might be the one that has a big reversal. It's just really hard to say for now. Kind of had somewhat of a double bottom here. $9 again is big support. Want to see a bit more of a confirmation, but volume's definitely dying out. So if we get a break to the upside, I think it's going to be fairly soon. CLDX is really kind of creeping. We haven't been watching it at all, but it's been creeping higher all day. Each one of these moves has been really, really nice. Price target of 8. Really nice one. Moving higher now. If we wanted to buy CLDX, we'd be looking for, I don't know, 300 shares roughly. Big move here. Let's see what some resistance could be. $2.89, we're above that area. 3.15, getting close to it. 354. I think we just had some of the first buyers coming in on BXRX, some bigger volume just showing up there for a second. CLDX actually looks really interesting. I'm going to keep an eye on it. TSRI halts going upward. Nice move, bros. Nice one. Yeah, the bitrate's an issue as well. I haven't changed any of the settings. I think it's just an internet issue thing. I'm gonna have to dive into it on the weekend, run some tests, try to recreate the error. It's a little bit annoying. CLDX is looking really good. BXRX is just kind of pulling back. It's unfortunate. Our lead gapper is really not doing too much. Was waiting for a break over 25, 925. Gonna see if CLDX breaks above this area at or above. We had no trades today. Oh man, today and yesterday, both very slow days for me. I don't know. I probably should have been more aggressive on TWMC, especially on that first halt. That first halt pullback probably would have been the ticket. Yeah, I have a hard time with those with not a lot of volume. That's why I typically don't even pay too much attention to them. But let me just throw it up as well. TSRI. Phew, this thing is absolutely making huge moves. 7, some support here. Definitely 8, some resistance. 8.6. Ego curling, that just kind of sounds cool. I'll be right back. All right, I heard an alert go off. What was that? CLDX 320. What? Ah, yeah, I had a feeling this one was going to make some nice moves. It's just creeping higher, huh? BXRX showing some momentum finally. This is the one I've been waiting for. Getting a little bit more buying momentum, BXRX. TWMC back at $8. Big selling volume, but this run might not be over yet. Buyers already coming in. Bunch of eager beavers. Is ego a ticker? Yeah, this is a pretty nice one. The only problem I have with this one is the perfect moves on this aren't that much. It's kind of a little bit more like BXRX, where you'd really need a perfect entry and exit to have a good trade on it. Big market cap. 1.4 billion. Typically don't look at those. But it's crawling higher and it's making some nice moves. Looks good. BXRX is doing exactly what I was waiting for. Don't know if it's going to break. It really needs to break above 9.5 to really get some momentum in. So right now, if we were entering BXRX, it would be a bit more of a front run move, kind of getting in expectation, which isn't always the best kind of way to play a stock, since the stock has not proved to be doing what you want it to be doing. So I don't know. I'm still kind of waiting for BXRX to do a little bit more. I'm totally fine with buying BXRX above 9.5. No issues. I just want to see it going in the right direction. Hey, Toka from yesterday. Past capper. Boom, we just got in the rest of our entry with BXRX. Was waiting for a move like that for a little bit, a little pullback. Again, I don't know if this is going to break higher. We might have to close out this position. It's pretty tough to say. I'm not really interested in it until we break higher past 9.5, and I don't know if that's going to happen. You can see it's struggling a lot in this area. I think I might be getting out of BXRX really soon here. It's not looking too hot. I really want to see it break 9.5 super soon. Here we go. Little move higher. TWMC back above 8.2. That's a little bit insane, huh? BXRX is getting a little bit more momentum into it, but it's not still really yet interesting. I don't think it's going to get interesting for really anybody until it breaks 9.5 with volume, maybe runs all the way to 9.8 or something, and then has a healthy pullback. And I think on that pullback, there might be a lot of buyers ready to go. Or they might be buying the 9.5 breakout. I'm not totally sure, but I think that's really where it's going to start getting a little bit more interesting. Other than that, I don't think it's going to be on people's radar. So again, I'm still very cautious with it. This is definitely probably my longest trade of the week or last few weeks. We've been getting out typically within the first, 5 or less minutes of a trade. So this is a really long trade for us. Although I'm not really considering this first one right here. This should have been its own trade. That partial execution kind of threw me off a little bit mentally. Still don't really trust BXRX, to be honest. Pulling back here. I want to see a break higher extremely soon. I don't want to see this thing slowly pull back. I just don't trust it for that. Markets are all really red today, so something to always take into consideration. TBLT looks kind of interesting. Big resistance above the 180. Okay, that's not too interesting, but a little bit below our price range. Chrome. I wish you the best of luck with that trade. I don't think space is a bad investment long term, but yeah, in the short term, it might be a little overextended. Big buyers there, 752 at 930. That's probably the most activity we've seen on BXRX all day. I'm a bit nervous that it's just going to get sold into. CLDX is actually a really interesting one. I can't really take my eyes off of it on the watch list. Yeah, ABDL having a nice little stair stepper pattern here. Could break above 10. 10 is obviously a critical area. I think it's more of a psychological area than it is a significant technical area. I also want to say I apologize for such a slow day, but guys, you never know what's going to happen. Every day in the market is a new day, and yeah, this last week a little bit slower. Today's also a big red day in the market, so that's one of the nice things about day trading. You could technically, you know, it doesn't have to be a green year in the markets, and for you to have a green year. So it's really really nice. So I like to have my long-term investments, my swing trades, and then my day trades, and really really separate them. I usually separate my strategies per account because it mentally really messes me up when I trade several strategies in one account. So I have this AW cash account only for my challenge trading, my small account challenge, and I only do two really specific setups, really the pullbacks and then the breakouts, and really just all in one. It's the gap and go strategy. So I'm done trading this account typically at 10:30. Sometimes I traded past 11, but $9.45 getting chipped away here. We really need to break past 45. This is actually a setup that I say I don't like trading. Phase 2 market pulling back to former resistance or former support. It's really something I don't like trading. I even have it written down. Never trade a possible breakout near former support second half of the morning. Because I'm always on the wrong side of those trades. The only reason I'm holding this one is because we have a little bit better entry before the possible breakout. It's also a lead gapper, which makes me a little bit more bullish on it. Has a big catalyst. It's just a slow moving stock overall, but let's see here. Might get ourselves a little bit of a rally. At least have a double top maybe here at 10. CLDX, that is one attractive stock. Looks like it's trying to pull higher again here. Had a bit of a double top. $45, try to break out. I don't think it's on a lot of radars yet, but if it breaks 45, if it breaks 50, I think there's going to be traders that jump on BXRX. It's a slow day. It's a good pick. $50 trying to break. Markets are still really red, and I'm still a little bit skeptical that BXRX is actually going to break out. I don't think I'm going to get excited about it until it really breaks 9.5 with big volume and maybe runs to 960, 970 or something like that. Then I'll get a little bit more excited. Gonna do one more retest here. I need to distract myself. What are you guys' weekends plans like? I think I'm gonna go to my winery this weekend and I don't know, relax a little bit. $9.5 could crack. Do you guys do anything for carpal tunnel? Because my right hand has been absolutely getting shot lately. It was so bad today. This morning I couldn't work, so I was only working with my left hand. It's all, I don't know what it's from. I think it's from all the video editing. Check out Toka, making a little bit of moves here as well. This doesn't look really good for BXRX. I don't know. I'm a little skeptical with this stock. It's just such a slow mover. It's having some real big issues here, breaking above. Chrome, AVDL, about to break 9.4. I like that you are vigilant. You're waiting for these moves. Nice. Yes, it is. This could be a big runner today. I like the look of Toka, honestly. Looks like it might have a little bit of a pullback here. Maybe we'll score a little trade around about $1. I don't know. BXRX is not giving up this 9.5 area. Toka looks really good. Second green day. First green day didn't really move that much. Big gap to fill. I like Toka. We wanted to trade this one earlier this week, but it just didn't really perform. So maybe it's a late bloomer. Definitely has nice green sky, blue skies ahead. Volume's a little light though. BXRX is trying to break 9.5 for the 100th time today. Or I should say in the last 10 minutes. 9.5 just broke. This stock just got interesting. Might have to close the first trade. Look for a second trade. Still not that much volume that came in though on that breakout. If I did not have a trade right now on BXRX, I would really consider entering on this 1 minute pullback because it was a 5-minute breakout. Looks really, really good. AVDL pop and drop. Yeah, it's pulled back a little bit from the 45s. Here we go, breaking out, BXRX. One of the classic patterns this week, break above VWAP, second phase of the morning. Yeah, I'm looking at Toka really closely. I think Toka would be like my ideal second trade of the day. Keeping a close eye on Toka. I was thinking about closing it out. I was really thinking about closing it out into the 80s, and we were just getting into the 80s, and I wanted to close out closer to 85 or something like that. So I did not pull the trigger on it. Now it's pulling back a little bit. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, Toka breaking out, up almost 50% on the day. Really, really nice move. Can't stop watching it. Now it's over 50% on the day. And just check out how aggressive it moves, you know? This is an 18% move. We're over here watching BXRX about to fall asleep for like 3%. So, okay, well, it's actually up 6%. But, you know, Toka is way, way, way more exciting. And I think for that fact alone, a lot of day traders might be ignoring BXRX. Got to be careful here. Toka at 45. You guys are getting excited about Toka. It looks really, really good. I'm also quite excited about it. Pulling back a little bit. Could be just a healthy correction. I might try to buy TOCA on a breakout back to the upside if we have maybe 2-3 red candles here and then we start moving back higher. Toka is a very slow, BXRX is a very slow trade. I don't really like how it didn't break out with much volume here. I think I might just be getting out on this one on any next spike here. All right, so we didn't hold 9.5. That's not a good sign. I'm going to go ahead and look for an exit on Toka. We could have closed this trade out for a 6% profit, which is not bad. And I was really thinking about doing it. But the big reason I didn't is because I actually would have entered here if I was not in the trade. So I was thinking, okay, let me think about this if I was not in this trade, but if I was just getting in. And this breakout is what I was waiting for. But that breakout just never happened. And I guess when that breakout didn't happen, I should have probably acknowledged that a little bit more and reacted accordingly. I don't know. Since we had a really good entry, I guess you could say, it allowed me to be a little bit more experimental with this one, but it's not looking good anymore. And I'm going to go ahead and close out this position. $9.5 could be a little bounce here. We're out of our BXRX position, thank God. It made me miss this Toka position. I hope you guys got it. That was annoying. This is exactly the trade I was waiting for. 1 minute pullback, maybe another minute pullback, and then getting into the entry as we held our highs. This is exactly what I wanted. I was totally distracted with BX, what was it? BXRX or something. Pulling back, 1 minute pullback. The spread on here is just absolutely ridiculous because the decimal place issue that Robinhood sometimes has. I mean, TD Ameritrade. Yeah, so if we wanted to buy, we would have some real issues entering this trade. We'd have to say join the bid. Still a lot of momentum on this one. Point 0.5 seems to be holding pretty nicely. Some of the bigger selling volume so far. See if we can possibly score an entry here. BXRX is having some big issues. Don't like that. Toka is kind of selling off a little bit strong here. Maybe we'll get a better entry. I'd probably rather buy Toka on the way to the upside. Don't know if this pullback is over yet. Here we go. It's 10:48 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're still trading. It's a little bit later than usual, but hey, what are we gonna do? OXBR. I don't even think that was on our watch list. We're holding. 51's having some pressure right now in this area. Toka is just a slow mover, guys. Remember that. It's only $11 million volume, so really, really slow. Want to be careful, especially it's a little bit later in the day. I really wanted this trade, but I was trying to get out of my BXRX trade, so that was really annoying. I think we missed like a 10% move. I mean, it went up 23%, but I think I really would have got that one. That's just how it is sometimes. Oh well, at least we walked away with profit on BXRX, but it just wasn't as nice as I was expecting. This pattern is looking a little sketchy, kind of just a slow descending chart right now. Bit of a stronger pullback. This decimal thing is really annoying. Former breakout zone near 25. I'm just going to put a limit order here just in case there's a flash crash, but who knows what will happen. And again, I apologize for the stream. I keep getting notifications that I'm having streaming issues, but there's not a lot I can do about it. It's a little bit out of my hands. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, 9 red candles in a row. Whew. OXBR has really, really light volume. Only $200,000 in volume on the day. Not really something I want to be trading. I really don't want to be really trading stuff that I can be doing with $10,000. That would make me 5% of the daily volume in just my entry or exit alone. That's way too much. Whew, my stomach is growling. Ready to eat. Little 6% pop. I'm not gonna lie, the Toka trade that I wanted was right here on this 1 minute pullback. I wanted to enter somewhere around here. I don't know where I would have entered, but that was my goal. And then we missed that big pop to the upside, which is really annoying because I was so focused on that BXRX trade. At least we entered it green. Little $34 profit. Could have walked away with 60, but just, yeah. I thought we were going to get a really nice breakout here. That's what I was waiting for. I'm going to wrap up the trading in probably like, I don't know, around 7 minutes. I don't think we're going to get this Toka trade, and it's getting close to 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't really want to be trading much past that, so let's give it a little bit longer. Toga pulling back up, looking good. I don't really think that was the full bounce though, but let's see. You know what we haven't done today? We have not looked at space. It's at 34. A little bit of drier volume today. That's not a good sign, especially after a big red day. A little bit of momentum loss for sure. I'll be careful. I think Toga could be a longer play. So I think Toga coming back to some bigger support, forming maybe a bit of an ascending or descending channel, or I don't know, it's hard to say, maybe some sort of triangle pattern or a bull flag or something like that. It's going to be a longer one. It's going to be on the 5-minute chart. So this could easily go another 10, 15, 20 minutes before we have a potential move with TOCA. I'm not sure if I'm going to be wanting to trade that long. I'm just going to watch it a little bit longer here, but we might be wrapping up the live stream any moment. So a little bit slow of a trading day. Totally fine. Getting out of BXRX looks like the right idea for now. Just did not have the energy to break higher. Maybe on Monday it will. Had such good news, such potential. Also an interesting company, but that would have been a tough one to trade. We had a 1-minute opening candle with no volume, a red candle with even less volume, and then out of nowhere, a gigantic rally happens. It's really, really tough. I don't know. I think we would have missed this one. AVDL tried to break past the 45, but just, got rejected and kind of been selling off. CRC, this was almost going to be one of my top picks for today. Really pulls back really hard. Look at that morning panic. This could have been a really nice dip buy. Even a perfect entry and exit though isn't that great on this one, so it's not really what I want to be seeing. Big red day in the market, guys. Sometimes you just gotta watch out, because this is what you're gonna get when you're day trading. Just not a lot of activity, a lot of fear in the markets. The VIX is up 11.6%. Ugh. Well, at least we got one little trade. It wasn't anything to run home about, but hey, it was what it was. I'm happy about it. Little $30 pop. Just a lot of small days we've been having lately. You know, we haven't had like any sort of home run day. I mean, if you want to count space yesterday, but that wasn't part of the small count challenge, so. Did anyone trade INPX today? What a sketchy little stock. Kind of had a nice little, you know, opening bell, ripped a little bit in the morning. First pulled back, opening candle, a little bit lower, and then just a nice little rip right here, 12, 13%. I don't know, this would have been a tricky one to trade too. Just a lot of choppy stocks today, guys. I can't wait till we have, you know, another few weeks of just one nice pattern after another. You know, we're going to be ready for it when it happens, but it just, you know, these last 2 weeks just haven't been it. Toka pulling up now. I like the percentage moves on Toka. It's just absolutely beautiful to watch it. It's such a flyer. CLDX was the one that we still wanted to trade, but we never got that opportunity to trade CLDX. Oh, 1.4. Toka pulling back right now. Yep, this is the one we should have been aggressive on. You know, we were just absolutely not watching it though. 5% move here, just small moves. It wasn't really till about, you know, $3 when we broke this area. And then maybe this pullback right here. I think Toka is one of those stocks where on Monday we're going to look at it again and, you know, it might be at 2.3 or something like that. And we're just like, that would have been the one just to kind of hold. I do kind of see a pullback happening before the next rally. I don't know how deep it's going to go, but could be a really, really nice pick. Whew. All right, guys, I think I'm going to wrap up here. This could go on forever. It's past 11. So I will wrap up my trading. It was really good fun trading with you guys today. I hope everyone enjoys their weekend. Hope you guys scored some nice little trades or big trades. But I don't know. The big opportunities, they were here. They were just slow. Like Toka, you know, it was there. It just, look how long it took for this one to really come to fruition. This was our pick from, I think, the day before. And it finally woke up. I'll see you guys then on Monday, and I'll see you guys in the recap video. Will, you're in at 1.57 with Toka. Nice. A little bit above 5. Thanks, I appreciate that, Chrome. Oh, OMBX. Okay, okay. Where's OMBX? It's always hiding. I don't know, I'm going cross-eyed. Let's pull it up. It's OMBX, no? All right, this is why I don't trade after 11, because my brain stops working. OMBX. All right, well, I'm just gonna give that one a rest. Toka, I don't know. I'll probably go ahead and remove my limit order. Thanks again, guys, for tuning in. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap up now. I'll see you guys then this evening, and I'll also see you guys first thing on Monday. So till then, guys, stay safe and make some awesome trades. Ciao, ciao.